Don is gonna get tired of Ashley playing these games with him. Zadia, girl, Cam is telling you he don't want you, sis. He don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you no more. I need you to understand. We got to put two and two together. Let's use context clues. How many more episodes of this show is it? Is next week the next week's not the finale? We got to be probably 11 episodes. I hope there's a reunion so we can talk about this because it's a lot. It's a lot happening and nobody's going anywhere. But let's talk about it, y'all. What's good? I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Ready to Love, Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 9. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. If you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, y'all do me a solid, hit that subscribe button, whether you are a new subscriber or returning that has just not yet subscribed. I am super close to 20,000 subscribers, y'all. It's crazy. Less than 500, yes, less than 500 subscribers away. So if you have not already, y'all, please do me a solid, hit that subscribe button, all right? Thumbs up the video if you enjoy it. So we start off with Vernisha. So remember, Vernisha was sent back out on a date with Mizell, which I didn't quite understand. Guess not somebody that she passed up on or missed out on, really. But she's out on this date with Mizell. And she tells him, look, I don't like to be played with. I'm grown around here, okay? So she asks if he is still interested in Charisse. He said yes. I'm sorry, but Vernisha had egg on her face. I don't think she thought he was gonna say yes. I don't. I think that she thought that he was going to be like, "No, I'm here because I'm interested in you." But he was like, "Yes," and I was hoping it was her that came through the door. I said, "Jesus, my God!" So you see her entire her demeanor really changes. She already didn't want to be there for real. But it's like to add insult to injury. So Mizell then says in his confessional that he was just kind of misunderstood. He doesn't know kind of what he's doing. He's kind of trying to still navigate throughout this process. I read somewhere, somebody put in my comments, they read somewhere, I should say, um, oh, sorry, y'all. I thought my door opened. They read somewhere that Mizell said that he thought he was on regular Ready to Love. So he didn't really quite understand. Now, is that cap or not? I don't know. I don't know. It could be true. It could not be true. I really don't know. But it would kind of explain some things, okay? Nonetheless, he wants Vernisha to give Charisse the message. I said. We pan over to Charisse, and she is back with Maurice the Mute, okay? They're somewhere where they can get something to eat because that's what Maurice likes to do. Maurice said their chemistry is good. They can sit and talk all day for hours. I said, you a lie. Y'all don't sit and talk for the hour, the 20 minutes, the 5 minutes that we see y'all on screen together. What we not going to do is lie, okay? So he then gives her a couple compliments, and she has just forgotten about the fact that he does not talk and that he was too comfortable with her and taking basically the process for granted, thinking that if nobody can do it better than him, and now she's swooning. These women are all birds. These women are not looking for anything of substance. All four of these women are on this show because they want to be chased and they want the attention of men. They're not on here because they truly want to find somebody. And it's very clear by how they're maneuvering and how they're handling these dates. All of these women are on here because they want somebody to chase after them. They want somebody to run up behind him. That's the vibe that we're getting. And that's why none of them have progressed into really solid relationships. Zadia don't count because that man don't like her. Okay? So we then see Ashley. Ashley goes and Kirsten is her date that she might have missed. So he has chocolate and roses and a card that is basically saying, I'm sorry for being an asshole, but I want to stay on TV. Baby, baby, please give me one more chance. Right? So Ashley said that she has not felt special like this in a minute. A minute. Sorry, y'all. I do not feel well. I gotta open my Sprite. So she is saying that she has not felt special like this in a minute, which is crazy because Don just cooked you dinner last week, and you said you felt special with that. See, Ashley is another one that I think she thinks Kirsten is gonna look better on her arm, or basically she'll look better on his arm. That's why she's all in with Kirsten. She doesn't think that Don is going to be able to give her probably a more luxurious life that she wants. She doesn't see money when she sees Don. Kirsten is what, a retired ball player of some sort, right? So that's what she's seen in him. So I guess his cooking dinner for you didn't mean anything. I guess, girl. So she then asks him, is this a one-time thing or is this like the standard, in the future with us? He said, yeah, if you can act right. And it's like, Ashley, Ashley, come on. Like, knock on wood, sis. What are you not getting about this? This man does not like you. He has all but said it to you. He has showed you. He has told you. He does not like you. He doesn't. So she then tells him that she likes him, but he reminds her of the guys that she has dated in the past. And that's kind of what scares her. And it's like, I just can't take Ashley serious. I can't. I'm sorry. Ashley has shown me enough that I cannot take this lady serious. So she wants to see if what they have is real. And I'm like, are you serious, Ashley? What do you think y'all have exactly? Like, let's be for fucking real, like people like to say. BFFFR. FFR. BFFR. Be for fucking real. Like, come on, girl. What do you like? Do you think this is real? Every other time you're with him, y'all are really in like an argument of some sort. All from him not making you feel special. So just it's ridiculous to watch at this point because it's like what are we doing and why are we doing it? So then we pan over to Zadia. So she is out with Richard. So Richard is the first guy that she picked at the very first episode at the initial mixer. And remember, he asked her, so when was your last relationship? And she was offended by that. So her being offended by that, it could have been editing, but she like got up and walked away. So he's very handsome. He's a very, very handsome guy. Seems like he has a really nice personality. So they're out, and she's like, she's saying that her degree was in exercise science. We know that she's not a physical therapist. She's a personal trainer, right? Zadia, or she does something to that effect. And he's telling her like it's great that people use reading and stuff like that to more to work on personal development and personal growth, because she feels that yep, she went to college, that's all fine and well, but she feels that she learned more from reading books and life experience. And she's like, you out here trying to principal me, like I feel like you in principal mode. And he's like, okay, I get it, I'm sorry. And it's like Zadia seems to like toxicity. Here is this man that's commending you for being an adult that is not being an adult for being for being an adult that reads not because they have to but because they actually want to. You're reading self-help books. You're doing everything that you can to try to progress yourself, to try to push yourself forward, and here you are like kind of almost taking offense by it. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Nonetheless, they seem to have a really good conversation. She actually laughs more on these dates than she does with Cameron. I feel like her and Cameron have reached a point where they are kind of at like a gridlock, right? Where it's almost like they're playing chicken and who's going to move out the way first and just fold. Cameron doesn't want to move. You don't want to move. This is not going to work between the two of you. I feel like that is kind of the first, I mean, that's the biggest red flag. Neither one of y'all want to move. So, what is the purpose in you trying to make fetch happen? So, we then get over to Ashley, and she is on her keeper date with Don. So, they're at a restaurant. I don't know what they ordered, but he had like a small cup, and she had like a vat of gumbo. I was like, why? And I feel like that's a more standard dish, but it just looked weird because it's like, why did he? Maybe he wasn't that hungry. Maybe he got something different. Nonetheless, so Ashley is talking to Don, and in the back of her mind, she said she's not sure if Donald can keep up with what Kirsten did on his date. What did he do? Let's be real. What did Kirsten do on his date? He gave you some flowers. He gave you a box of chocolates, and he told you, "I'm sorry, I really want to be with you. I want to make it work, baby, please, baby, baby, please." That's what Kirsten did, and you fell for that. So she asks Don what are his plans for the future, and asks if she's in those plans. And he's like, "For sure, I want us to, continue to grow and get closer, and form this into like a relationship." So she then asks him, or excuse me, she tells him, "Somebody from my past has crept up, and I'm kind of paying attention to him. I'm trying to see what's what with it." So he's in his confessional, and he immediately clocks that she wants to get emotion or jealousy out of him. Ashley wants toxic love. Ashley wants that man to be, "All right, this my woman, nigga, move out the way." That's what she wants. The fact that Don does not give that energy, she doesn't like it. So he's like, "Well, there's nothing I can do to compete, right? All I can be is myself. And at the end of the day, the decision is up to yours. And hopefully you pick the best decision, basically, for us." So she then tells him that she wants him to wear something other than some loafers. Here's the thing. I get it, right? When I date a man, when I start talking to a man, I absolutely am looking at what you're wearing. I'm a sneakerhead myself, right? If I'm out on dates and stuff, I'm definitely wearing heels and boots and stuff like that. But on a regular schmegler day, I have on a pair of sneakers. So for me, I look at men's shoes too, but I also want you to have a nice hard bottom on, because if we go to a nice classy restaurant, I need you to know what footwear to wear. Don is wearing loafers. Now, I don't have a problem with him wearing loafers, but Ashley apparently does, and it's kind of like, what do you want him to wear? What would you prefer he have on? She then goes on to say, "Show me some swag." And I feel like anybody that's over the age of 21 that feels that somebody isn't swagged out enough for them, you're childish, you're immature. I would never look at somebody, and because they don't have on Jordans or Yeezys or Dunks or Air Max or even some higher end shoes, you're not wearing Off-White or Gucci or Balenciaga or whatever type of shoes. What are those thick ass shoes? The Alexander McQueens. Just because you're not wearing a shoe like that, I would never be like, "Oh, show me some swag." Like, I thought that was just a very ignorant, childish thing for her to say. He said he liked wearing loafers. That's what he wear. Then we see next episode when she meets his family on the preview, she's talking about his clothes to them. Did you think you were going to win that conversation? Ashley is childish, y'all. My God. So Ashley then is in her confessional saying she wants somebody that's going to make her feel like the only one in the room. And she thinks that Kirsten, who is ignoring her to flirt with her friend, might be that person. I just can't take her serious. So she then said that she wants genuine energy. In the moment that she sees that it is not real, she's out. That's not true. because you are entertaining Kirsten, who has given you everything but genuine energy and attention and affection, and making you feel as if, hell, you're the only girl that's even in the conversation. Sharice is out on this date with Nick. She asks him, "What would you do if it's Friday night? Where are you taking me on a date?" He said that there's the Virgin Hotel. They have a bar there. He hasn't been. You haven't been. It's something we can experience first together. Neither one of them has been on the streetcar. They can do that together. I don't think Nick talks that much more than Maurice, to be honest. But okay. So we get to Zadia. She's out on her date with Cameron. So she's telling him that Tamika keeps sending her on blind dates. And he's like, okay, so how's that going? What's good? What's tea about it? And she's like, well, I feel like I landed where I needed to. And he said, oh wow. Oh wow. So she is like, I just kind of feel if I wasn't going on all these other dates that the two of us could spend more time together. And he was like, no. And I kind of feel like, Zadia, you walked into that. This man keeps telling you he don't have time for the one date, I guess, for the one date a week that y'all are on. So what makes you think that he's gonna magically find some time to go on another date with you? I thought that was weird, but you walked into that. So he tells her that he's not available to date and to love the way that he wants to right now. But give me a year or two, I get all these pieces in motion, everything's put in place, and then I'll be set for life and I'll be able to, be everything and more that you need me to be. So I guess my question is, why did you sign up for this show? Why? Why did you sign up for this show? Because on one hand, maybe he didn't think that he would really find somebody, but there's also the 50-50 chance that you're going to not only meet somebody that you have a connection with, but that it's gonna get serious. So I guess I don't like, is Cameron on here just that he see this as like supplementary income? I don't quite understand it, and I think that Zadia needs to ask him point blank, why did you sign up for this show? Why? So she feels that this is enough for her tonight, and she's deflated, her feelings are hurt. Okay, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for her because it's like, girl, he has been telling you the past 3 episodes. The past 3 episodes, he has all but told you. So we get Vernisha. She's out with Tabari. He asks her, how does she define her spirituality? She's non-denominational. But she doesn't feel the need to like explain what that means to anybody because, that's between her and the big God. So Tabari's father is Baptist, his mother is Catholic. I don't think he said that he like identifies as one specific thing, but he is very spiritual. And for Vernisha, that's good enough for her. As long as you have a relationship with God, that's all she really cares about. So while it seems like they're having a good date, she don't like this man. She doesn't. Vernisha doesn't like him. It's very, very clear. So Tamika comes over so we can get ready for the cocktail party. And Ashley is conflicted on if Kirsten is serious. Girl, next. Vernisha said that Mizell is all over the place, but what she has learned from that is that she doesn't have to always overreact. I don't always have to be reactionary. I can hear things out, let people get their point across. I can take it for what it is, and I can move on with it. And it's like I told Sharice he's interested. Sharice ain't. So, bye, Mizell. Zadia says she would not mind giving Richard a second date. They had a really good conversation. She said that Cameron is okay with her dating other people still. That kind of gives her pause because, like, if we're trying to build something, we're working on something, why would you be okay with the fact that I'm dating multiple people still? So she said that she don't want to keep somebody that don't want to be kept. Facts. So we get to the mixer. Renisha's upset that Tabari hadn't texted her until 6 p.m. I don't know what it is about these women, or maybe I'm just a different type of girl. But if I have been on dates, right? I've had men come over. We had like a little chill situation here. I've gone to their house. We've had a chill situation there. I do not expect a text at 8 o'clock in the morning the next morning. It has definitely come at times. Had a great time last night, whatever the case. I don't expect that though. You know what I mean? I just don't. And I feel like the way that her and Ashley have went in and went on and on and on about this is childish to me. She even tells him, I wanted to text you, but I want to see if you were going to text me first. And the fact that he didn't until 6 p.m. to let him know, or to let you know, I can't wait to see you later, why is that a problem? To me, it's a problem if I've been texting you and you don't respond. So now she's like, I was pissed at you all day. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And especially at their ages. That's something you do when you're 16. It's something you do when you're 22. Y'all are seasoned, mature women. Why is it such a big deal? But she decides to keep him around and give him a second chance. And he's over there over apologizing. I'm sorry I didn't call you, and then things will be better. And it's like, come on. Come on. Come on. So Zadia is talking to Cameron. She spills her damn drink all over her. Her nerves are bad, okay? Her nerves are bad. So she goes to change. Tamika talks to Cameron. And Cameron said he didn't know what he was signing up for. Stop this shit. Stop it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I like that Tamika called him out and was like, yes, you did. You're either stringing her along, or you have fallen in love and you can't handle it. You don't know what to do about it. He said he's not stringing her along. He really does care for her. But he said that he might be scared of a commitment that's far away. Why can't you tell her, as in Zadia, that? Honestly and truly, I think that Cameron just wants to be on the show. I think that Cameron wants to be on the show, to be honest. Do I think that he may like Zadia and care for her? Sure. But he doesn't see a future with her. He has a very specific vision for his future, and Zadia does not fit into that mix because Zadia does not live here and is not willing to move here. So he's like, they're at an impasse, really. So he then tells Zadia, because she comes back out after she done changed, he tells Zadia that he does care about her and wants to continue to get to know her. He's not going to think about the past, and he's going to still focus on the future, but without all the anxiety with it. And I said, what are you talking about? What are you even saying right now? So Zadia is talking to him, and she doesn't know if she made the right decision by opening her heart up to him. And he looks confused. You are telling her every single date that I don't know if I can do it. I don't have time to do it. You're telling her basically that the 20 minutes or however long I have to film is all the time I have for you. But you're confused as to why she might have felt like maybe I shouldn't have kept you around. What's wrong with people? So then we see Ashley. She's talking to Don, and she tells him that someone else is knocking at her door, and she's thinking of bringing him back, but she ultimately decides to keep him around. Don is going to get tired of her playing these games, and he said it in his confessional. Stop bringing up all these other men and trying to evoke some type of jealousy or some type of visceral reaction out of me. He's not that dude. If you want a very loud, flashy, albeit abrasive man, then that's not Don. And it's like, you know that, so why are you still trying to get that? Ashley wants toxicity, and it's childish. It's childish. I hope she watches this back and it's like low-key embarrassed at like how she has chosen to behave, because it's wild. Super wild. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you have not already, don't forget subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.